Welcome to the latest and most captivating episode, where we delve into the most explosive and revealing royal stories that have shaken the foundations of the British monarchy. In this shocking tale, we reveal a betrayal so deep, it has left Queen Camilla reeling and the entire royal family on the brink of a dramatic shift. King Charles, the newly crowned monarch, has made a devastating and ruthless decision, one that not only blindsided Queen Camilla, but could also send shockwaves through the future of the monarchy itself. What started as a simple matter of royal duty and allegiance has turned into a web of betrayal, intrigue, and escalating tensions, casting a long shadow over the monarchy's once stable reign. This is no ordinary royal conflict. This is a story of power, manipulation, shattered trust, and the unraveling of a marriage that many thought would weather the storm. As we examine the shocking details of King Charles' decision, the emotional toll it has taken on Queen Camilla, and the possible ramifications for the future of the monarchy, we will delve into the heart of this royal drama like never before. Join us as we reveal the shocking truth behind King Charles' ruthless move and the toll it has taken on the woman once known as the other woman in the royal family. At the start of King Charles' reign, the British public, along with the rest of the world, believed that the monarchy had entered a new era of stability. Queen Camilla, long a controversial figure in the royal family, had finally settled into her role as queen consort. Her marriage to Charles seemed like the culmination of years of scandal, public scrutiny, and personal sacrifices. The couple appeared to be united, and many hoped that their shared history of overcoming personal and public challenges would guide them toward a more modern and enduring monarchy. But beneath the surface, cracks began to form. As the months passed, Queen Camilla began to feel more isolated, her influence within the royal household dwindling. She had always been seen as a strong and independent woman, but as King Charles ascended the throne, his decisions grew colder and more calculating. For Camilla, what was supposed to be a time of shared responsibility and partnership with her husband soon turned into a solitary existence. She had weathered the storms of public criticism, fought for respect, and supported Charles through the darkest of times, yet, in return, he seemed to be taking her support for granted. For Queen Camilla, this was more than just a political slight. This was a profound emotional betrayal that undermined everything she had sacrificed. As the power dynamics within the royal family shifted, her place in Charles' world grew more uncertain. The ruthless decision, King Charles sides with the crown, leaving Camilla in the dust. The turning point came when King Charles made a series of decisions that shocked the palace insiders. The first major blow came when Charles, in a highly publicized royal engagement, sidelined Queen Camilla in favor of more prominent members of the royal family, particularly Princess Anne and Prince William. While Camilla had hoped to continue to play a significant role in royal matters, Charles seemed to be pushing her aside, as if her presence was no longer necessary in the ever-changing landscape of royal duties. Sources close to the royal family report that Charles' actions were not just about royal titles and duties, they were about power and control. Camilla, who had always been a quiet force behind the throne, suddenly found herself being excluded from key decisions. Her advice was no longer sought after. Her input was no longer considered vital. Even her charitable initiatives, which had once been lauded as a significant part of the monarchy's legacy, were now overshadowed by her husband's priorities. The queen consort's role was reduced to mere decoration, and her once vibrant spirit began to wither in the wake of this exclusion. It was clear to those closest to the royal family that King Charles was more focused on strengthening the monarchy's modern image, which he believed would require distancing himself from Camilla's controversial past and focusing on the younger, more dynamic members of the family. As the weight of these decisions took its toll on Camilla, her frustration grew. She had always stood by Charles, but now she found herself questioning whether their partnership was truly built on love and mutual respect, or whether she was simply a pawn in his larger plans for the monarchy's future. The betrayal of family, Camilla's loved ones left on the outside. Yet the emotional betrayal didn't end there. Another crushing blow came when King Charles made the decision to keep Queen Camilla's family, her children and grandchildren, at arm's length from the royal fold. While Camilla had always been committed to her royal duties, her family had remained a central part of her personal life. In the past, she had hoped that her loved ones might play a more prominent role in the royal family, especially as the monarchy adapted to a new generation of royals. However, Charles seemed determined to maintain strict boundaries, insisting that no titles or privileges would be granted to her relatives. For Camilla, this was a personal rejection of the family she had spent so many years nurturing. Her children, who had often been the subject of media scrutiny due to their association with her tumultuous relationship with Charles, were now being pushed even further into the shadows. They were no longer welcome at royal events, and their presence was often deemed a liability rather than an asset. This, more than anything, devastated Camilla. It wasn't just a denial of royal privileges. It was an emotional severance that left her feeling isolated within the very institution she had worked so hard to support. A cold, public humiliation, Charles' disrespect for Camilla exposed. Perhaps the most shocking of all was the way King Charles began to publicly humiliate Queen Camilla. In a series of public engagements, King Charles displayed an increasing level of impatience with his wife. A particularly chilling incident occurred during a royal event, when Camilla, trying to contribute to a conversation, was abruptly cut off by Charles in front of an audience of diplomats and foreign dignitaries. His icy response to her was unmistakable, and the media caught every moment of it. In another instance, Charles openly criticized Camilla's handling of a royal matter in front of the press, publicly questioning her judgment and decision-making skills. To the outside world, this was a stunning display of royal dysfunction, a stark contrast to the carefully curated image of unity and grace that the monarchy had worked so hard to maintain. For Queen Camilla, this was the ultimate betrayal, a sign that her position within the royal family was no longer secure, that the very foundation of their relationship had begun to erode. The breaking point: will Queen Camilla walk away? As the weeks turned into months, Queen Camilla's emotional state continued to deteriorate. Her once unshakable confidence began to waver, as she found herself increasingly isolated both within the royal family and in the public eye. Despite her strength and resilience, many royal insiders believe that Camilla is nearing a breaking point. There are growing rumors that Queen Camilla is considering stepping away from her duties as queen consort. With King Charles' cold treatment and her diminishing influence within the palace, she may no longer see a future for herself in the royal family. If she does walk away, the consequences for the monarchy could be far-reaching, as Camilla has played a pivotal role in stabilizing the royal family after years of scandal and controversy. The future of the monarchy: what's at stake? As this royal drama unfolds, the question remains: what is at stake for the future of the British monarchy? King Charles' actions have exposed deep divisions within the royal family, and Queen Camilla's uncertain future could be a turning point for the monarchy itself. Will the royal family continue to modernize at the cost of its traditions? Can Camilla reclaim her position and influence, or will she be cast aside in favor of younger royals? The fate of the monarchy may very well hinge on these questions. We can only wait and see how this tragic royal saga will unfold. As always, we'll be here to bring you the latest updates and exclusive insights into the lives of the royals. Subscribe now to stay informed about the latest developments in this gripping royal drama, and comment below to share your thoughts. What do you think of King Charles' actions? Will Camilla rise above the betrayal, or will this be the beginning of the end for her? Let's discuss this royal crisis in the comments below.